we'll see who jumps in first. KYXY is going to run up to the tower, try to push it a bit. Everyone's kind of wrapping around from Newbie. They might look for an arrow. They may even try to go on Yamate down bottom. They're heading to the jungle and maybe just going to farm some more creeps here. There's no stacks, I believe, but we'll see if they can jump on Yamate. So smart, realizing that, guess what? Everyone's off the map right now. Better just stick in the trees here. Don't want to go out.
Stay in the trees. It's interesting that Newbie want to keep trying to go for Yamate here.
Radiant's bottom
tower
tower is under
take
attack.
down the elusive puck, and they're going to try to play it as patient as possible. Yamate will show himself by the tower, but his reinforcements are on the way. They have their own smoke looking to back it up here, and well, we'll see. If Newbie do get baited in, Titan will do what they've done already thus far and try to counter-strike. So Newbie have to be careful and cautious.
Yeah, I mean, you look at where everyone is from Newbie. They're just sitting in the side shop, sitting in the trees as well. They're ready to go, but same for Titan. This could be a huge engagement. Now Stampede is going to go. You have the Blink Dagger. Net's going to connect on Sansheng. The TP immediately from Moo right now. Justice is going to go as well. Chronosphere not going to go. It will in just a second, and it's going to hit on 4 as well. Huge vacuum. Mystic Flare. They blow up everyone. KYXY is going to mech, but only going to keep him alive so long. Going to get right-click down. They have the wall as well. Net blinks away, but just in time. He's going to burst strike and TP, but what a fight. Moo with a huge Chronosphere. The vacuum from Xiao 8. The Director getting it done yet again.
Unbelievable, and now their draft makes a lot more sense. I hadn't said it out loud, but I was curious how this Darkseer and Chronosphere were going to work, and it's clear. They're going to vacuum together and bring down the power of heaven with that Mystic Flare onto everyone. Extinct now about to feel that power as he barely dodges an arrow, but he will inevitably be taken down, and now Newbie, with their big, promising fight thus far, take their first lead of the game, 8-7. My God, that vacuum combo is going to be devastating, and I'm curious to see how Titan are going to counter that.
They have a couple heroes in the jungle right now. Net's ready to go here on Sansheng and Xiao 8, but Xiao 8, he's actually kind of out of mana here. He has his mech, but they're not going to go on him. Yes, they will. Blink further. They come with a burst strike to stomp as well. This is going to be the concussive shot hitting on Ohio, but they will back away. The mech's going to go. Xiao 8 had just enough mana for it, and they should get out scot-free here for the most part. And Newbie, they took a fight that was definitely beneficial to them. I mean, you think about it. Titan, they dove pretty much under that tier 1 tower. You saw that immediate TP reaction from Moo. He jumps in, he hits a 4-man Chronosphere, and you talk about that vacuum. That was a level 2 vacuum as well, so Xiao 8 had to be pinpoint accurate with it, and he did just that. He was able to make sure they got all of that Mystic Flare damage. Absolutely fantastic.
I don't know if it was just the bloodlust in their eyes or what have you from Titan making that big of a dive without even seeing where the rest of Newbie was. So a bit of a questionable jump in, and obviously they did pay for it as Newbie. We're just waiting in the rafters to kind of jump in and counter back with their own. So now Titan, they will need to regroup here and see how they're going to take it to the next step. They need to start taking some towers themselves. They have all towers still up on the side of Newbie. It would be nice if they could air it a little bit of extra gold and see if we can get KYXY just a little bit bigger. Try to maybe get finish off, get a hold of a BKB if he decides to go that route. As you see, Yamate now gets a hold of that blink, so that will make things a little bit easier for him to kind of set up initiations and try to get quick pickoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. After that fight, we saw 3,000 goldie go the way of Newbie. They're looking for Yamate yet again. The arrow will connect Banana on the backside. The ancient seal, that is one dead puck. So nicely played there from Xiao 8, just going in with that vacuum and just starting a fight essentially.
Nice position from Banana to come in from the side.
Double
damage. He's going to be coming right to his face. So unfortunately, Yamate, crazy. The elusiveness he had earlier gets caught out again, and Newbie slowly taking back the mid. We have Net and Ohio scouting out this mid lane side. Tower pretty low right here, so KYXY happy to park it out and get this lane pushed forward, and we'll see if Newbie look to defend here. They should have all those abilities right back up. The Mystic Flare, they even have the Moonlight Shadow. If Void didn't want to make the shift all the way over, he will have Chrono available here, so we'll see if we're going to have some fireworks here in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, Titan are being rather aggressive for, you know, just losing that fight and how far behind they are. Yes, KYXY has the highest net worth, but they still need to be very careful with the engagements they choose. They have really good team fight, though, and it really comes down to if they can avoid the Chrono and vacuum and all of that combo. So, again, positioning. We talk about it, but it's the most important thing, as it is in most Dota games. We will see a Smoke at the Sea gank from Newbie, and it worked last time. They just sat in the trees and essentially waited for Titan to make a mistake, and guess what? Titan are doing the same thing. They're going to wrap around. They're looking for an engagement right now, but they're heading top. They're heading to the wrong area. At least right now they are. Ohio, Extinct, and Net. They're thinking about wrapping around on mid. It looks like they will, but guess what? Newbie are doing the same thing.
Yeah. This is a mirror of each other's teams. They're leaving one core in the mid lane, and the rest of the squad are rotating all the way around to the backside. As you can see the arrow fly out. I'm not sure if KYXY actually saw that. If he did, he'll have the gist of idea of what's going to be coming his way. Pings are already flying out. Newbie see that the squad is relatively close, so Howe's positioning here way off to the side. Not going to be an easy catch for them.
Yeah, they're just going to stay safe here. Howard's just going to sit on the backside and Stampede. Burst strike onto two Sandstorm as well. Big silence. Mystic Clear's going to go, but doesn't really connect onto anybody. Double kill immediately for Yamate. Big Chrono coming through, though. Net in some trouble. Nice defensive disruption. KYXY. He has his mech. He already used it. The wall vacuum back. They can't break him down. He's too tanky. Immediate buyback from Showoff. They don't connect on anything there. Great initiation coming out from that Centaur. Absolutely fantastic from Ohio.
Titans team and these Blink Daggers, they can just get into the mix really, really quick and just burst down, and they chose some great targets there, taking out the Ember and the Director, not allowing them to get that precious combo off. So it even forced Yao to pull out the buyback, and they still couldn't get the benefit of a kill. So huge team fight right there for Titan.
Absolutely. That's what they need to do. Just make sure that Chronosphere a little off the mark. They can't use it with the Mystic Flare. I mean, they threw out all of their abilities, but they didn't throw them out as beautifully as they did in that team fight bottom. They weren't really used in conjunction. A lot of that came because of their heroes were essentially dead. The Darkseer had to buy back. He couldn't get that vacuum combo ready to go. So even though the Chronosphere was pretty good, it got 2 or 3 heroes. They really could only pick up one, and it's just a bit of a rough scenario here. Net's going to go ahead and counter ward. Sentry wards are up and already doing a nice job there. So Titan get a couple of quick kills, but now, the onus is on them to keep the pressure up here. They really want this tier 1 tower. It's getting kind of low, 319 in HP. Newbie are just going to sit in their own jungle and farm a bit longer here. Move with his Midas, his BKB, almost done if that's what he's going for. He has the Ogre Club. He actually could go for an Aghanim Scepter, which we see so often on your Faceless Voids. As for Banana, he's just sitting on Arcanes. Howe is sitting on Drums, I believe, and a Perseverance, so getting kind of close to that Battle Fury. And now the pressure. Titan looking to take down this tier 1 tower mid once and for all.
Here we go, jump in, having a quick stun, and next thing you know, Banana is out of here to quickly get bursted down. Even the team to get canceled out. They pop out the dust in case the Moonlight Shadow was there. No one's going to be there, and now it looks like Titan are finally going to be able to take down the first tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower. They even jump forward. They're going on Xiao Wei right now. Followed up with a big stun, and he's done for. Now Yamate moving on to a killing spree.
Radiant's
Titan
top tower
now
is under
shift
attack.
the tide back in their favor, pulling ahead 11-9, and they want more. They potentially pop into the Roshan pit, and maybe they'll consider making a go on
Dire's
them.
middle tower is under
They'll go
attack.
back to their jungle, but regardless,
Radiant's
they're very
top
confident.
tower is
Don't
under
want to make
attack.
too many risky decisions, but it's working out for them right now.
They're playing fantastically. Ever since that fight down bottom, they've kind of made sure they're the ones initiating. If they get caught out, they can't dictate the play. They need to be the ones making decisions and making fights happen, and that's what they're doing. They have really great burst strike from Net, followed up by Ohio jumping in with a stomp, or even Yamate, who's been on fire. You mentioned his killing spree now. He is playing so well, the Waning Rifts, the Dream Coils, making sure they blow heroes up. Darkseer is an inherently tanky hero, but he falls in like 5 seconds, or less than a second flat even. So it's just so interesting to see how Titan are just, controlling the pace of this game. You talked about they could have went for Roche. They realized that the tier 2 tower was getting pressured, so KYXY will continue to farm down bottom. They won't go in there just yet, but you have to imagine sooner rather than later they want to take yet another objective.
And the funny thing is like they're controlling the pace of the game, and they also understand it. Earlier in the game, it wasn't about them initiating. It was about them being patient and waiting for Newbie to try to strike, and then they countered back with their own punch, and it worked out. And now, like you said, it's becoming very clear that Titan need to be the one to pull the trigger first.
Yes.
They have all the ammunition they would want, jumping in with the Puck, the Sand King, and the Centaur, and then you just kind of have a Razor mosey on in there and just deal all the damage. As they're all disabled, he's just sucking up all that sweet deeps to kind of lay it back on Team Newbie. And well, with the benefit of Extinct being right there with the Soul Catcher, you couldn't ask for a better formula.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of their initiation comes from the fact that they have the Blink Daggers now. That's why they need to be aggressive here, and they will continue to be aggressive. Good Observer Ward is going to scout out the fact that Titan is down in this bottom lane. It looks like maybe Newbie has this information and maybe make a defense that actually works this time. They aren't going to get, surprised. They know that everyone's in this bottom lane. They might even just choose to let this tower go so that Hao can farm a little bit more in this top lane. His Battle Fury very close to done. Just needs about 100 gold, and then he'll have it. And that's a bit of damage going your way. And a really good item as well. Arrow's going to sail through. I'm not sure if it connected. Meanwhile, Net looking for potential initiation. He blinked really far forward here. He's looking for a Blink Burrow Strike. I haven't even seen him use Epicenter once, but he has it now. He has it ready to go. Ohio has to TP to this top lane. He will defend the tier 2 tower, but that means that this push down bottom is done.
Radiant's
now, what do
middle
Newbie do
tower
here?
is
Do
under
they go
attack.
for potential smoke after this and try to find somebody out of position, or do they just continue to CS? It looks like they'll do the latter here, as Faceless Void has his BKB now finished.
The nice thing that Newbie are doing is that they're kind of taking advantage of wasted space. As far as like the
invisibility
storm in these team fights, Hal's been doing a great job pushing in the top lane and still securing farm. While Titan, you know, they're shifting together, but there you go, bottom lane, they're making it go. Using the benefit of that Centaur ultimate, they're jumping up forward. There's your epicenter you've been waiting for on the Director. Take him down. And now Moose steps in with a Chronosphere, trying to take it to Puck. Puck, can he get away from this one? No time. Gets bursted down, and same with Net. Great counter back coming from Newbie, and they want more. They shift on downward, and they also get a hold of Extinct, making a triple kill for Hal. I don't know how this man does it, but he got it done.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And Hal will pick up that kill. Really nicely done there. I'm surprised. Maybe he wasn't in range, but the defensive disruption did not come out from Extinct. He just threw the demonic purge up and just decided to back away, but he didn't make his decision quickly enough. So, well, maybe more action happening top lane. Banana's going to leap away. KYXY will continue the chase here. He's got his phase boots. He's going to use them. Banana a bit slow. Obviously, KYXY is just going to whip him down. 2 more shots will do the job, and he will get the kill, and they will take the tower on top of that. So, you strike somewhere on the map, and Titan will strike elsewhere. It's just back and forth action. This is a very good game to start things off here on day 2 of the international group stages.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
75-25 game to me. Both these teams trading blow for blow on what looks like a bit of a bar brawl here, and I'm loving it for game number 1, and we'll see how things progress here further. As far as considering what's going to happen now down the road, we're at about 25-26 minutes in. We're clearly in the mid game here. We're going to get ready to approach the point where some of these heroes are going to be inheriting a lot more of their luxury items. Mott, just based on that alone, who do you have to favor? But if you look at the drafts from each team, and as these heroes progress and they build a little bit further, whether it's going to be Faceless Void completing out what could be his next Agnum Scepter, or maybe additional damage. You know, you could see now the Ember Spirit. He's got 1 battle fury to hold of. He could decide to build additional damage with a crit, or maybe his own BKB. Who do you got?
I think if this game goes late enough, it's definitely going to favor Newbie, especially if they can get some BKBs up. Even Hal, you don't generally see BKBs on an Ember Spirit. You do see it occasionally, and it works out, but a lot of this damage that is coming from Titan is coming through magic. But it's really just based on initiations as well. Newbie, if they have better positioning, they can just win right now, essentially. Arrow's going to sail through. I'm not sure if it's going to connect. In fact, it will just miss both Extinct and Yamate. The defense on this bottom tier 1 tower, they don't want to give this one up. It is not in deny range yet, and Moo continues to get some farm. They're really prioritizing Moo's farm over How's, which is very interesting. He does have a Battle Fury, and he actually just go to the Ancients, Sleight of Fist. You can see how fast he'll take it down as well. Just spam that up and just take that Ancient stack down as quickly as possible. But I think the damage is just too real for a Newbie later on in the game. But if Titan can get a couple more fights that go their way, then they can get some towers, and especially Roshan, all of a sudden it looks like they can maybe take the game. So
yeah, absolutely. If Newbie was to come out, I would imagine now at this point in the game, if Newbie is going to be able to come out on top of the next team fights, being on the Dire side, you can quickly shoot it on those pit, and that's going to excel this game for them much further. And as you see for Faceless Void, it is going to be more the damage style build. The Maelstrom is now complete for him, and well, they're going to smoke up together and look to go on the hunt here. Bloodhounds are out. Xiaowei looking to lead the front right now. They scout it. They're going to see Yamate